Okay. So today we are gonna continue, working on our place value that we've been working on in your guys' other class with Miss Green. So what we are going to do, so today is go over the objective. So anyone here can read what today's objective is? Go ahead.
Objective, we will add decibels to the 100s place,
Using
using
place
place
value
value.
strategies. Good job, okay? So the first thing we're gonna do is we'll get into a little quick warm up, okay? So go ahead and grab a color, something we can see on the board, okay? Here are some erasers in the middle after. Okay, so we're gonna do a quick warm up. So just basically adding, so okay, so go ahead and line up your numbers carefully though. So let's do them stacked on top of each other. Let me get you guys here's 100 chart if you guys need. Anyone need 100 shirt? I mean, you guys need 100 shirt, no? Huh? You need 100 shirt, no? Good. Go ahead and solve it. Go ahead and solve them. Good. Good, circle your answer, good. Okay. So who can tell me how they lined up their numbers?
By their play value.
By place value, right? Okay, so by place value, good job. So you put your ones in the ones place, tens in the tens place, right? So basically, so you did 45 plus 37, correct? So we all did this, correct? And we did the 5 and the 7 are in the ones place, and then the 4 and the 3 are in the tens place, right? So ones, tens. Okay, good. So, and then we added that up. So what did you guys get?
82.
84.
It is 82. So 7, it's 12. So we're gonna 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 82. 82 should be our answer. So if you need to use a 100 chart, go ahead and use it. So, okay, you know how to use your 100 chart if you need to. Okay, so today, what we are going to do, okay, is I'm gonna give you guys, I'm gonna put a place value chart, okay, on both sides there. If you need your individual one, you can, I can give you your guys' own individual one if you need it. So, good, so our warm up, you guys use place value to line it up. So today, we are going to add, so it says here decimals, right? So decimals, as on your guys' place value chart here, you can see, right? It's a decimal now. So after the number 37, okay, there is a decimal. Okay, so which would be anything after that. So if we use 37.23, if this was a price, right, on something, $37.23. So now our 2 would be in the tens place, and our 3 is in the hundredths. See how it has the THS? So tens, 10, so, and then THS, so hundredths, and tenths, hundredths, anything past the decimal this way, okay? It's all broken down right there for you. Ones, tens, hundreds, thousands this way. Anything going back beyond the decimal is tenths, and hundredths place. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Does anyone have any questions about that? Okay, so that'll be your visual there, that you can do, okay? So, for example, all you guys are gonna watch me model this for you, okay? So what I am going to do is, now, I am going to we're gonna use numbers as money, so we're gonna say $4.35 plus, we're gonna go $2.65. You can just watch me, you don't have to write it, you can watch as I do it, okay? Then after, I'm gonna have you guys work in groups, okay? So, notice how I lined my decimals, right? You guys notice that, how I lined the decimals up? So see, anyone know why I lined the decimals up?
Because you don't mix up the 2 and the 4 when you're adding the change technically.
Yeah, correct, right? So to keep it organized, right? So I know to keep my ones and all that in order. So now I use the place value chart, okay, to do that, right? So I would have, for example, here in the ones place would be 4, in the tenths place here would be 3 tenths, and then the hundredths place would be 5, right? So, because there's the decimal there. Okay, so now I am going to solve this, okay? So I'm going to go 5 plus 5 is 10. So the 0, 6, 9 plus 1 is 10. I am going to, and then 4 plus 2, 6 plus 1 is 7, and I'm going to bring my decimal down. So my total, if something cost me $4.35 and another item cost me $2.65, my total altogether would be what?
$7.
$7. Okay? Okay, so let's go into a guided practice, okay, with groups. Okay? So what I am going to have you do now is with a partner, okay, I'm going to have you guys and girls solve a problem. You can use your place value chart, okay? You can use your hundreds chart, okay? And I am going to put the problem up top, so right up here. Okay, we're gonna go, let's do, okay? So go ahead and together solve this, okay? Remember to line up the decimals and talk to your partner, so about each step, okay? So make enough room, so don't use the whole board right away, unless you need a second board. Yeah, so you write the problem up top, and then talk with your partner of how are you gonna set this up, and why you're setting it up the way you set it up.
And then you add 5 to 6. No? And then we add 7, 8, 9, 10. And we add 4, 8, and we bring the decimal down. And then $8.01.
So important.
I got our answer.
I'm gonna order the rest of mine. I got the answer.
Make sure your partner agrees, make sure you talked it out with your partner,
Yeah.
Make sure they agree with how you did stuff. Okay, is everyone done? Did you and your partner get the same
Yep.
answer?
Mhm.
Good, good, okay, so, looking at your place value chart, okay, here that I gave you guys, who can tell, raise of hand, who can tell me which place value, are you gonna add first? Okay, did everyone, first, yes, everyone's stacking this way?
Oh.
Go ahead,
5 and 6.
what place value? Looking at this, which place value is that in?
100. 100.
Good job, good job. So it's this one right here, right? So if the decimal's here, the 7 is here, the 5 is here, you started with these first, right? Okay. So, good, good, okay. Can you explain how you know that your answer is correct or reasonable? Can any of you guys explain? Here, I'm gonna hand out, here are some sentence frames here that you guys can use, okay? Together to answer these. But so again, how can you tell me, can someone tell me how you know your answer is correct?
Double checking.
Good, good, okay, you double checked. But break it down into more detail using some of these sentence frames. So for example, the first one, explaining my strategy, right? I added the blank place first because,
Oh,
right? So I added the what place first?
I added 5 and 6.
I added the what place? Hundredths place first because,
It's the bigger numbers.
well, yeah, it's where we start, right?
Yeah, that's where we start.
Good. So then, second, you added the
Tens.
tenths. Good. Tenths place, right? So you can look at this one too. So tenths place. Good. Okay. And so let's work this out together. Okay. So let's add these up. So can someone tell me what 6 plus 5 is?
11.
11, right? So then my 1, 7 plus 2,
10.
7 plus 2 is 9 plus 1 is 10. Good. 1, 0. I bring my decimal down.
8.
And then 4 plus 3
8.
is 7 plus 1
Start from
is 8,
Yeah.
right? And so since Mr. Alvarez forgot to put his dollar signs, but I bring my dollar signs now, and what is my
$8.01.
$8.01? Okay, good, good, good. Okay, so now, good. So you were able to talk with your partner and understand, okay, how to line these up, where we start at. We start by adding in the hundredths place, tenths place. Then we go to our ones, which is past the decimal, and then our tenths place, right? And if there is a hundredth place, we go into the hundreds. Okay, so next what we're gonna do is we're gonna do some independent practice, okay? So this is gonna be by yourself. Okay, so I am going to write 2, so don't write so big on your boards. Okay, so the first one, number 1 here, is going to be Okay, and then number two. Number two is going to be okay, so independently, go ahead and do number one and number two. So 12.45 plus 7.38 equals, give me an answer. Okay, and then the next one is 2.67 plus 5.24 equals, and then give me an answer. Feel free to use the hundreds chart. Good, good. So can you tell me what strategy you used? So you lined up for what place value did you start from? No,
hundreds.
hundreds. Good. Good. Okay. And how did you double check your answer? Did you double check it or not? So again, here it's justifying your answer, right? And I know my answer is correct because you double checked it. Okay. Okay. Good. You got your answers?
Yep.
All right. Can someone tell me how did you guys get your answer? You can use your sentence frames if you like here. How do you know you got the right answer?
Because I double checked my answer and I know it's right.
Okay. Okay, how else do we know that with, I know that even if your addition is maybe not correct, but how do we know that it's in the right form? What did you guys do? What did you line up to make sure that,
I used my hydrates. I can.
but you lined up what, you made sure that,
Hopefully we lined up correct.
that what was
It was
lined
in the
up?
right form.
Your decimal, right? If your decimals are lined up right underneath each other,
Yeah, they start doing it.
Oh, yeah. Double check, it's right, good, so I'll give you time to fix that, okay?
1691.
Seven,
No, I had erased the one.
eight. Oh, yeah, you're right.
Good, we have to double check that we're writing the correct numbers up there right before too. Good. Okay. Alright, so we got, for the first one, 1245 plus 738. Who here got 1983? Good, good. 1983, 1983. Good, good, and this is number one. And then for number two, if I line the decimals up correctly, right? So I have my ones place, my tenths place, and then my hundredths place, right? And now if I do my math correctly, I should get 1391. 1391, 1391. Good job, good job. All right, good job, guys. Okay, so now, okay, go ahead and erase your boards. Okay, so now for our exit ticket, okay, I'm gonna have you solve this problem, okay? So, to make sure that we understand kind of what we went over, how to line decimals up, right? So some of you guys, when we take our test here in seventh grade, a lot of our tests are word problems, correct? You guys agree? We see a lot of word problems and having to do two-step word problems, one-step word problems, okay? So I'm gonna write the word problem up on here for our exit ticket, okay? So okay, I'm gonna read a soccer ball cost $12.95. And shin guards cost $8.75. What is the total? Okay. Solve this individually, okay? Don't look at our partners. This is what I want to see what we know from this lesson, okay? Adding decimals now. We did good adding whole numbers. Now when we add decimals, okay? Okay. Good, 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 okay, so how do we know, okay? How did you make sure that your decimals were lined up? Can someone tell me here? How do you know, how did you make sure that your decimals were lined up correctly? What did you guys do to them?
Oh, stack, I used the paper, showed which,
So you, what did you do with them?
I stacked them.
Good,
On top of each other.
good, right? So you use it to stack them on top of each
And
other,
I
right?
left the place, the,
So you lined them up
yeah.
underneath each other, right?
Mhm.
So that's how we knew, okay, first that we needed to, because this we could have did, right, we could have did this. Here we go, guys, pay attention here, so we could have did this, let's not get confused here by saying, okay, now we have a ones place and a tens place. We have tenths and hundredths, right? Some people could get confused by doing this. Now, oh, I'm just gonna go, we are gonna go over here and add 8, 7, 5, right? That's not, because now the decimal would not be lined up, right? So we don't, that's a no-no. This is no, we don't wanna do that. Okay, we wanna make sure, like you guys said, the way you guys knew was you lined your decimals up. So good job, you did 9, 5, and then you found your decimal, and we did 8, 7, 5. Because now our decimals here are lined up. Okay, good job, good job. Okay,
What was the right answer?
2170. 2170, good, 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 you guys all got that correct, right? All right, so that's just a small introduction to the decimals, right? We just gotta make sure the key thing we take away is lining up the decimals are on top, underneath each other, right? We can't have decimals away from each other, else we're not gonna get the correct answer. Especially when we're adding, right, for money, when we're trying to buy something, right? So, good work. So you've used place value strategies, right? Real world examples, right? Because when we go to a store, right, some of us play sports, some of us like to go shopping. Okay, so if you're ever trying to add up, I know we have calculators nowadays, but if you're in a bind and you have paper pencil and you need to add them up, the way you're going to get your correct totals if we line up our decimals, okay? And then
Tax.
yep, plus tax, right? So depending on the tax and the different where you live, okay? And then we use academic vocabulary, right? So we use being able to justify why we did what we did, how we solved our problem, right? So good job, and we'll continue another lesson in Miss Green's class probably next week with that. So good job. So go ahead and you ready? Put your dry erase boards, your pencils, stack your guys' whiteboards.